Hi guys, welcome back to Coffee and Startups, and today we have another couple guest here right now, and this time I raised my demand, I raised my ask and said, I need the wife too. Like, I need your partner too, I need the COO too. And they were like, no, let me ask with her. And thank you so much, Trisha, for coming in.
She's the tougher guest to get.
I know. So I feel very privileged.
I'm heading for a trip, and while we were having dinner, Trisha looked at my phone and saw 650, 400 WhatsApps. So I'm going to Maldives to clear out my WhatsApp.
Wow. This is not acceptable, honestly.
It's just not acceptable. It's given me tension now that I've seen that 654.
Some people tell me I'm a decent counselor. I've never tried the couples one, but this one I could give a shot.
So there were many, it was fun challenges because I got to look at literally selling a 700 rupee product and then selling a 7 lakh rupee product.
Wow.
So I've been doing that a lot. Got to understand a lot of the landscape outside Ayurveda and health and wellness, right? What's working, what's not working, what are the challenges people face. And I think eventually, I don't know when, I keep asking myself this question, and I think next year is definitely the year where I have to give myself a deadline that I do want to start my own thing again.
Again? You feel that urge already?
First time said on a public platform.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh! First time, guys, exclusive.
Why does my business really need to be online? What's the power of an online business? What's the size of the market? And I think all of this, asking yourself these existential questions, boils down to what does my overall P&L or unit economics look, right? So I have...
And not even like a business goal here? I mean, overall.
That
you start with the
much
P&L,
later,
literally
right?
P&L.
No, it comes with a unit level P&L, not a business P&L.
I see. You
got
it.
Why do we ask this question early on, right? Because if you're selling detergent online, the unit economics will probably not make sense. If you're selling drinks online, the unit economics will probably not make sense. Why? Because they're high volume, low value products, and so the logistics cost per unit is sometimes even higher than the price of the unit, right? And so it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So we make our friends put together a per unit, per order P&L, which means what's the MRP of the product, what's the discount you'll offer, what's the GST, and then finally what's the net revenue you get. On that, what's your gross margin, right? So what's your cost of goods sold?
You start literally on the numbers.
Exactly,
wow.
Because it has to make sense fundamentally, right?
So how does your store look? How does your brand that we've spoken about right now, how does that look on the website? How user-friendly or easy is it for someone to learn about your product, purchase actually, and ask about a product, right?
Okay.
So that whole experience. One is aesthetically appealing, but the second thing is also that is it easy to purchase, especially if you're an e-commerce site.
What does easy to purchase in e-commerce mean, sorry?
Not too many clicks away.
That way, okay.
Not too much scrolling up and
Got
down.
it.
Easy for a person to know, right? So there are small hacks to know where your add to cart button should be, what your checkout should look like, all of those things as well. And the other thing is through your website, that's the first, after the person has seen an ad or come through Google or come through organic search to your website, that's their first experience and interaction with your brand. So you need to build that trust factor, right? Is your brand consistent throughout? Does it look like a mom and pop shop, or does it look like a brand that you can actually trust? Do you put enough information out there to build that trust in a consumer? Because that's where your impulse purchase will actually convert or not convert. So you'll see most new brands will have very high bounce rates on their website. That's because maybe many of these basic things aren't done. Right? What is a platform that you should use? Is it loading properly for a customer? Do they have to wait too much time? No one has a patience. That's the truth in today's day and age. Another big mistake people make is looking at, a beautiful desktop because it's easier and you're on your laptop, but actually your customer is viewing it on your mobile. So, you know,
so you go into this detail.
You have to, right? Because that's your representation, closest representation to a physical offline retail store. So I think website is extremely important.
The 3 key levers that I talk about to end the cohort is team, building a high quality team. What does a D2C sales and marketing team look like at each phase of business? Then culture, because as an organization scales, culture is really important to keep the organization motivated and the team to stay for a long period of time. And then this thing that I like to talk about called hyperscaling.
Hyperscaling.
Because D2C, if you do, Dr. Vaidya's journey from 0 to 50 orders a day was 2 years. Dr. Vaidya's journey from 50 to 5,000 orders a day was 2 years, right? So once you establish the POC, proof of concept, digital allows you the ability to do the same thing at 3x, 5x, 10x the speed and get there, right? So we ended with team, culture, hyperscale, and then with popular demand, I created a bonus module on fundraising. So what are the various jargon or terms that come into fundraising, whether it's like convertible note, Series A, valuation, deal construct, lead, follow, micro VC, angel, all of those things, and then sort of how to pitch, what are the things to keep in mind while pitching, what do you do after you complete a pitch, how do you keep engaging with investors. So it's the entire gamut.
Wow. I'm still absorbing that. I had no clue that you guys had gone into such detail. I've personally been very curious. I would imagine to have a relationship like this where, I can sit right next to my partner and, plan not just like future in life, but let's build some stuff together. I'm that guy who's always up for like, let's build something together. I'm always collaborating with someone. Like I'm the guy people reach out to ki yaar, ye karne ja raha hu, to karna hai kya? They will always check with me. I'm that guy because they know I'm always up for this. And I would love to have that trait in my partner. Not asking for a friend. I'm not asking for a friend now. But I honestly think it seems from the outside a very difficult thing to balance. There is, and I've done my Quora searches on and incognito searches on how do businesses work out when your spouse or your partner is your co-founder. I want to get a glimpse from you guys. How do you think of it? What is your paradigm around it? What areas have you struggled with? Give me a sense of that, because it seems like a very happy situation. I'm sure you have your like meri vacation mat kharab karo wale problems too is what is evident. But it's I don't know if it's easy. Is it easy?
Yeah, look, I remember sitting on a beautiful, so one of my dad's school friends is from Sri Lanka and his sister owns a beautiful hotel near Gaul called Kumu Beach, and we went in July. She had gifted us a trip there for our wedding.
Wow.
We went in July and we were the only guests in the hotel. So it's like a small 15-room hotel, but we're the only guests. So think about having a 15-room hotel to yourself. When we get there and something breaks, our server like crashes or something like that.
That's happened.
Yeah, and it's happened, and we're sitting in this beautiful balcony in this hotel thinking, oh my God, there's so many things I would rather be doing than be on call with India for my 3-day trip that I'm here, right? So it's not easy.
Yeah.
I think the joy of building something with your partner for us was worth all the struggle that we went through. I think the good part is that when you're not building together, then one person may not understand exactly what the other person is going through, which we had. Work-life balance.
You had an empathy that ran deeper than just partners.
Yeah, but work-life balance is tough.